There we go. That's my mouse. Good afternoon. Hello, hello. I hope everyone is having an awesome day, an awesome Monday. My name is Jewel Martin. I am the CEO and instructor with Jumpstart with Jewel LLC. We are an educational support company. We assist adolescent and adult students with tutoring, with support services, supporting students that have any type of learning issues such as ADHD, students that have autism, have dyslexia, any type of medical issues as well that keep them from learning in a traditional environment. We support them as well. Hello there on Periscope. How are you? So I thank you for coming in. I thank you for sharing this out. I appreciate you all watching. We've been at this for a few weeks now with the fractions. Fractions are very involved, very detailed. It is one of the more challenging topics that I see some of my students struggling with, whether they're adults, returning to school, going back to finish a degree, getting the GED, taking a placement exam, or for a child that's in school that's working on fractions for the first time or is still doing fractions and doesn't quite understand it. So today I'm just going to go over fraction word problems for a little bit. So word problems in general, many students do not like word problems at all. Sometimes they think it's confusing, they think it's tricky, but there's a few steps that you can use to help you, a few tips rather, that you can use to help you with word problems. Now this isn't just for fraction word problems, but word problems in general. Oftentimes when we don't like something, we hurry up and try to get through it and get it done. And in the case of word problems, that can make it worse for you. Hello there on Periscope. How are you? That can cause you to either make a mistake or not understand the word problem at all. So one thing that I always tell my students is before you're starting a word problem, take your time and read every word. Okay, so we'll go over the tips for completing word problems first, and then we'll do a couple of word problems. So the first tip, number one, is read the entire problem. Do not speed read. Again, because so many people do not like word problems, they try to hurry up and get it done and just read through it really quickly. And what happens, they might wind up missing something very important. They miss something of an important word, an important fact, a number. So you have to take your time, read the entire problem. Do not speed read, okay? Number two, pay attention to the numbers in the problem. The numbers, you may see them in numeric form. You may see the numbers in word form. You have to pay attention to how the numbers are in the problem. And also, there may be numbers given that you don't really need. Sometimes in word problems, they give you extra information on purpose to see if you're really paying attention. It may just be extra information that's not even important. And so your goal is to pay attention and to determine, okay, what's necessary and what's not to complete the problem. The third tip is to imagine the word problem as a picture in your mind, or even as a movie. That may sound weird, but it will help you. If you're reading a word problem and you're thinking about it like an actual event in your head, you can actually see it as it's being done, as opposed to you just reading it like, oh, let me just get rid of this word problem. But if you actually think about it and imagine it as a picture or even a movie or a clip of something in your mind, it will make more sense. Trust me. Number four is to write it out or draw it out if necessary. It doesn't have to be a perfect picture. It can be some circles with numbers in it. As long as it makes sense to you and it helps you to do the problem, then that's what you should do. Okay. And then the last tip, number 5, is to reread the problem if necessary. Reread it. Again, because many people read through them quickly if you read it the second time, some people read it the second time right away. Some students I've had, they'll do a certain part of the word problem correctly, and then I'll say, okay, now you need to go back and reread it. So reread the problem. So let me bring up my screen a little different. There we go. I'm gonna move this over so I can see it here and make it bigger. Okay, so we just have 3 problems here that we're gonna work on. So this first problem, number 1, says Trina went to the store with her mom. There was a crate full of 30 oranges. She asked her mom to buy her 7 of them. What fraction of the oranges did her mom buy? So again, this is very simple. We took our time with reading the problem. Also, when you're doing problems, if you need to, some people, if you want to underline the numbers in the problem, you can. So there was a crate of 30 oranges. She asked her mom to buy 7 of them. Some people circle, things in word problems, whatever you can do so that it makes more sense. So in this particular problem, there was a crate of 30 oranges. She asked her mom to buy 7. So this one isn't too complicated, but you could still imagine it as a picture in your mind or as a movie or a scene. So she's at the store. She sees a crate full of 30 oranges. She asked her mom to buy 7. What fraction of the oranges did her mom buy? And if you wanted to write something out, hello there on Facebook, how are you? If you want to draw a little box, you can draw a little rectangle. It don't have to be cute, or you can just put 30. That could be your little crate. Your crate of 30 oranges. She asked her mom to buy 7. So she knows out of the 30, her mom only bought 7. So what fraction of the oranges did her mom buy? She bought 7 out of 30. In one of my first lessons on here with the fractions, we talked about fractions as being a part of a shape, or even fractions as a part of a group. So in this case, this fraction is part of a group 30. Our denominator is the total number of oranges in the crate. And then the 7, the numerator, are the number of oranges that her mom bought from the store. Okay, so this answer would be 7/30, or 7 out of 30. Okay, here's number 2. Jaden helped his grandmother bake some bread. She opened a 5-pound, and if you're not sure what that LB stands for, that equals pound. That's another, that's the abbreviation for pound. She opened a 5-pound bag of flour and used 2 pounds of it. What fraction of the flour did his grandmother use? So if you wanted to draw a picture of the bag of flour, again, you can draw a little bag if you want. It doesn't have to be. You can draw a little bag of flour. So she had a bag of 5-pound flour, and out of that bag, she only used 2 pounds. Hey there on Facebook, how are you? Out of the 5 pounds, I should put a little LB here for 5 pounds. She only used 2 pounds. So what fraction of the flour did his grandmother use? And again, this one isn't too complicated, but if you wanted to imagine it in your mind, you could imagine somebody with a 5-pound bag of flour getting some scoops of the flour out. She used 2 out of 5 pounds of flour. So what fraction of the flour did she use? 2/5, or 2 out of 5. 2 pounds out of the 5 pounds of flour. Okay, so again, take your time, try your best to understand the problem. If it helps you to underline the numbers in the problem, you can do that as well. And then we have our last one here, and we're just going to do 3 today. We may do some more tomorrow. So here's another one. Ashley and her friends ordered a pizza. They decided to have it delivered. When it arrived, it was cut into 8 slices. They ate 6 slices. What fraction of the pizza was left? So pay attention to the numbers. It was cut into 8 slices. they ate 6 slices. So if you have to, if you want, you can draw a circle. And of course, I'm drawing with my hand. It's not going to be the best looking circle. And you can make it into 8 pieces. That's really crooked, but it doesn't matter. So we gotta have our pizza. And it says they cut the pizza when it got there. It was cut into 8 slices. We have our 8 slices here. They ate 6 slices. So if you sit there and think about it, you can count the slices if you want. You can shade in 6 slices if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 if you want. They ate 6 slices. What fraction of the pizza was left? So you see here, there's 2 slices left. Or if you just did your simple math, 6 minus 8 is 8 take away 6 is 2. They have 2 slices left. So as a fraction, what was left? 2 out of the 8 slices. 2/8 or 2 out of 8 slices was left. And that's it. So again, it's not fractions. When you're doing fractions with word problems, it's not that complicated. Just take your time, pay attention to the numbers. If you have to draw a picture, some people don't have to draw a picture. They just know in their head how to do it, and they're able to go ahead and get it done, okay? So I hope this was helpful. You all have an awesome day. I thank you for joining me today. I thank you for sharing this out. Take care and have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.